Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. I know, I haven't done an anime figure review in a little bit. I think the last one I did was Gojo. But I recently started getting into Bleach. I figured since Core 4 is coming out this year, actually I think it's next month coming out in theaters. So in like less than like a few weeks. I want to say like 2. Anyway, not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this guy. I ordered him off of Amazon, which I'm kicking myself over because I could have went through Big Bad Toy Store, I think it was, and bought him way cheaper than I got him off of Amazon. But enough yapping about Bleach and where I got him through. Also, before anyone asks, hurt my thumb opening something, not him, because I will be completely truthful. I did only open him up just to make sure everything was inside, because I think, yeah, I ended up buying him used. But I just wanted to be sure that everything was in here. So, as you can see, we got the figure in there. I really like the box for this. I'm thinking of picking up Renji or Toshiro next, so there might be a review on them. Here's this side of the box, the back of the box. As we can see, it's got a couple different poses. This is Bankai pose. Probably, actually, yeah, him using Zenbone Sakura. A couple of his different faceplates. Action pose. We'll turn over here. It's the same as... No, not the same. I take that back, because here he doesn't have... as we can see, it is different. The top of the box is like this. Got the character's name. And then a swoop coming down. And the bottom of the box has another pose with the figure. And yeah, I think that's got all of our bases covered for this. And as you can see down here, it's got Bleach Thousand Blood War in Japanese. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him out. Like I said, I only cut him open to make sure everything was inside because I bought him as used. And for the rest of you, we'll just kind of set that back there. Let me adjust you guys down a little bit. Also, actually no, I'll say that for the end of the video. There's a little thing I did for him that I'm going to save till the end. So I'm going to go ahead and get onto accessories really quick. So he comes with 4 interswappable faceplates, the 5th one being on him in box. He comes with his Zanpakuto regularly, his Shikai release, and then of course the version that I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I'll turn it to the light where that little ball peg sits. You'll just clip that onto there, I'm assuming. If it's, yeah, okay. Then he comes with 4 interswappable pairs of hands and a regular, and then just one of these. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open him very carefully. All right, let's get him out. Set his accessories off to the side. All right, now getting a closer look here at the figure. Bring this down so you guys can actually see him. As you guys can see, his face. Okay, get that. There we go. His face is very accurate if you've seen Bleach. He's got his little hair clip things. Overall, he stands really well. Shift that up a little bit so you guys can kind of see that. His cape. So his cape is a lot like the Demon Slayer line, where it's got like the kind of like rubbery material. Or not his cape, his captain's garb. Or gown. No, cloak. Yeah. As you can see though, this will get into the articulation a little bit. It's got squad 10 on the back of it. And and then the inside of his is this nice blue. I don't know if that changes for all of them because I don't have any other captains to compare it to. So I'm gonna go ahead while we have him, and I'm gonna go ahead and put his Zanpakuto in here. There we go. Look at that. All right. There he is, fully complete. Zanpakuto at his side. Zenbone Sakura. Articulation wise, because I want to go ahead and get into this, and then I'll give you guys some poses and some comparisons and everything. Articulation, you can make his head, actually, no, don't force that. His head goes side to side. He looks up that much. He looks down that much. Back here on his head, he's got these ball pegs, so you can make his hair kind of flutter out. See, that just popped out, but that's good because I really wanted to show that off on camera. It's just on a little ball peg, which if these pop out, you can just pop right back in, which is really helpful for windswept poses because you can get it to kind of angle back. He's got, okay, hold on. His arms can go up that much straight out of the box, but if you want them to go flush straight up, they can. There you go, got them straight up. They sit at his side really well. His arms can cross over that. You kind of crossbody them. They swivel. Now, here's the thing I noticed with him that I've noticed on some of my other SHFs that aren't here, besides Tanjiro, and I don't want to get him out of the box, and yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold up. There we go. Actually, we'll remove that. He has single jointed elbows, but you can still get a good, like, 90 degrees out of them. Now, he does have a slight ab crunch. Oh, well, I lie. Okay. I'm a filthy liar. That's what I am. He's got it's as far as you can get him to go with his ab crunch. And the reason that is because of back here. This part isn't flexible. But honestly, for the most part, you'll probably have him standing straight up. His legs can kick out that far. Now, also, going out to the side, they can go that far, but the captain's robe will get in the way. His leg does have a thigh swivel, and you move that all the way around. Now to get to my least favorite part of what I was looking at in the box, the knees. As you can see, it just makes a really bad gap, which I don't know if they show that on the box. No, of course they don't. They have it hidden. But, oh. Hold on. Sorry guys, yeah, there we go. That's how his knee will bend. It's for both knees. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Not my favorite design for the knee, but I mean, I guess it works. But honestly, if you've seen Bleach, you know Byakuya doesn't really walk a whole lot for the most part. You'll have him in I wouldn't say super posed up. Like, you can get him very posed up, but if you've seen the show, you're gonna know why he doesn't move a whole lot, and that's because he just pretty much uses Bankai all the time. But anyway, enough about that. Now his foot can pivot out that far down, pivots up that far out, or up. You can turn it. Here, let me work with my non-injured hand. You can slightly turn it. I wouldn't recommend forcing it though. And then his toe joint goes that far back. Now, oh, and his wrists do have a peg in them, and his hands do swivel all around. Now, I'm going to show you guys the faces on the body, and if you're wondering how you... Granted, if you've had an SHF before, you'll know how this comes out. But I'll do this on camera just one time. We'll select this face for him. Just got to get that on there, and then all you got to do, look at that. Now his face, you have, and this is going back into accessories, going to show them off at the start. You have him looking off to the side. You have a very pissed off looking face for him. A very shocked looking face, which might I say, it kind of looks very, in my opinion, it kind of looks like a face Rukia would make. So, yeah. And then you have his eyes closed face, which is a very fitting face for him. Alright. Now, getting into the individual accessories, the two that I'm most excited for. There we go. Alright, sorry guys. Is Zenbone Sakura, which compared to him is actually, wow, fairly tall. If you've seen the hilt for it, you know that it's got the little squares cut out in it. Okay, Byakuya, move. Yeah, there we go. No. Focusing on it in the background. There we go. Yeah, it's got the little pivots in the back of it. And then we also get the no blade version, which is not the same as this version. In fact, looking at these, yep, this version is way smaller than this version, and this is the version that goes in the sheath. This is Zenbone Sakura in a Shikai state. Now, getting that said, and you know, getting his swords actually finally reviewed as well, we can pop off his hands, which if you've had an SHF, you know how this is. It always feels like pulling freaking teeth. And we'll go ahead, and just so you guys can kind of get an idea, this would work so much better if my hand wasn't injured. It's on the right. There we go. Okay. We'll go ahead, and I know this probably isn't the right hand. No, it's not, and that's gonna bother me. Hold on, guys. Actually, you know what? Well, oh my god. Okay. That was scary. I will also recommend, if you're gonna remove hands, heat up joints. Don't do like me. Don't just bear it. Definitely heat it up. But so you guys can also kind of see his other hands as well. You can get him doing that, kind of using Zenbone Sakura in a Bankai. We get the one of the other open hands too. A bit of a pain to put in, but as you can see, you can get him in a using Zenbone Sakura kind of pose. Now, anyway, what I was gonna show you guys before I decided to... Oh, that one popped off just easy. Go ahead and get his... There we go. Yeah, I don't know why that one fit on. And we'll keep this here for something special later. But, okay, we're gonna move the smaller version, which, yes, if you really want him to, he can hold it, but it's very loose and will fall out. So, don't recommend using that if you're going for the Shikai variant, and I just about gave it to him backwards. That would have looked really funny on camera, because I'm sure someone would have pointed it out. That's the correct way to put it in, with the little triangular bit downwards, because if you look on his actual sword here, you can kind of see the triangular bit goes down. Anyway, also, no, this version will not fit into that, because as you can see, that's way bigger than what that is. Now, there's him with the Shikai version of Senbon Sakura. I will also say he does not come with any effect pieces. So if you want effects, you will have to buy your own. And personally, I would recommend going through AliExpress because you can get them relatively cheap. Now, here's him with Zenbone Sakura in its regular Zanpakuto state. You know, you can get some decent poses out. You know, you can get one with him ready to swing. And yeah, you can also get him if you can position the wrist just right. And it's actually will segue really nicely into what I want to show you guys, because I made him something. Oh my god, okay, that's terrifying. If you can, don't let him fall. Probably buy a stand if you're scared he'll fall. Just so that way you don't run the risk of breaking the blade, because the blade is very flimsy and I'm terrified that it will break. Then you can put him in using Bankai, which, you know, it goes into the ground, you know, he drops it, falls through, which leads me into what I made for him out of simple perler beads and stuff like that. It's not the best looking, but, you know, it's literally, if anyone is curious, you just get a bunch of pink beads and put them on a wire. That's what I did, and I didn't even have to go buy the pink beads because I just had them sitting around. But, you know, if you really want him using Senbone Sakura and you decide to build your own version of this, or you just buy effect pieces, you can always get him posed up, kind of like this. Just remember, his Bankai, he's not holding the sword. You can kind of get him doing that. Why are we focusing on my hand? But yeah, you can get him doing that. For a size comparison, and I'm just gonna scoot these hands off to the side, along with Senbone Sakura. Getting him looking straight ahead, without his arm up. We'll compare him, because I don't, like I said, and I'll get into why my SHFs aren't here and why uploads have been so slow at the end of the video, which, if you stayed this long, thank you, I'm super appreciative. Please stand. There we go. Here's him compared to a 6-inch, I believe. Jack specific collector's tails, and a 4-inch Knuckles by also Jack specific. As you can see, he kind of towers above them, which is very fitting because he's quite tall. We'll compare him to this little Sans that I've made. They compare fairly fine. So my final thoughts with the figure as well. If you really, really like Bleach, I will say, if you love Bleach and you want a Byakuya figure, go with this one if you have the funds. If you don't, McFarland also has a Byakuya out. I don't have that one, so I can't really tell you how good or bad he is, but I'm pretty sure he comes with cloth clothes, so that's always a bonus. But overall, I would recommend picking him up. Obviously, I will probably provide a link in the description if anyone is curious or if they want to go price check. But I would heavily recommend this figure if you're a Bleach fan. Obviously, like I said, I don't have any other ones, so in my collection as of right now, he just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. But once I put him together with all my other figures and stuff, he does go really well together. That being said, that's the end of the review. And then what I have to say about the channel is I have a full-time job now. I am done with high school. Actually, I'll leave him here. You know, I'll just kind of mess with him. But yeah, I'm working third shift, so uploads might get a little messy. They might get a little screwed up, and if they do, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna try to upload as much as I can, as much as work will let me. But I am hoping that with my job as of right now, I will be able to keep uploading more and more things in the future, so that way the channel's more active. That being said though, that is the end of the video and the end of my review for Byakuya. I hope you all, whenever this goes up, have a good day, a good night. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next review, which hopefully won't take as long to come out as this one did, because next we're going to be reviewing Tanjiro, who's back here. So with that being said, I'm Astari, and that's the end of the video. Bye guys!